Thank you so very much for being here. This is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television to our conversation for today. Nollywood actor Emeka Ike has threatened legal action against Lere Olayinka, a media aide to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, over the alleged exposure of his personal voter information from Inec records. The controversy began after Olayinka posted on X that Ike, an indigene of Imo State, transferred his voter registration to the FCT on May 15, 2026, just 15 days before seeking the AMAC Bwari House of Representatives ticket under the Nigerian Democratic Congress NDC.
Very true. Now, Olayinka questioned Ike's eligibility to contest in Abuja and shared screenshots that many social media users claimed were obtained from an Inec administrative portal. The post sparked criticism with concerns raised about the privacy and security of voter data. Ike, who lost the party primary, is now considering legal steps over the alleged unauthorized disclosure of his personal information.
Let's get talking. His Greatness Agada Esquire still here with us. Barrister, thank you for hanging around.
Thank you for having me again and again.
Thank you.
I am grateful.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, Barrister, let's first off take a look at this man. You know him, Olayinka, Lere Olayinka, that's his name. He is one controversial figure on new media, on social media, always around the place committing lots of nuisance because he is the aide to the FCT minister. Barrister, do you think the legal case against him by Emeka Ike is tenable? If it is, how do you think it would go about such that that will serve as a deterrent in the future?
First of all, you know, the legal aspect of politically exposed cases in our nation has become very shaky. Very, very shaky. So you cannot even put your hands into it. Even where you would have thought that it's sure banker, just like I thought that the Supreme Court will hold that, that the PDP matter is an internal affairs of the political parties, as they have always done in the past 3 years. But in this time around, the Supreme Court did not say, instead of the Supreme Court, in my own opinion, as I expect, to say it's an internal affairs, they themselves raised an issue of a court judgment that was not obeyed, which none of the parties were able to address it on. Only them raised that issue, only them argued on it, only them ruled on it. So based on that one, once politically exposed matters, electioneering, INEC are going to court, you can just you bet not you dare not bet on what the outcome is, or you will get your hands, finger, and entire body burnt for no reason. That is what we have seen from a plethora of cases, including the 2023 general election matter. That's what we saw.
Yeah. So with this case now,
so this case,
yes, with this case under reference now, how do you think that would make INEC feel at a point like this, knowing that it's becoming obtainable, that the porosity in INEC is so laughable?
Because I was only laying a background to what my real opinion would be. The court where I'm sure that the verdict is harsh and inconsistent is the court of public opinion, which I'm a member, a proud member. And based on this revelation, I think it is time for the INEC chairman, Joash Ojo Amotipon, to simply resign from office. That's the public opinion. Because, of course, there's no way the character you have just called, who, of course, you know, he was publicity secretary also to Fayoshe.
Yeah.
When he was gone, he now seconded him to Wike. Is it second tier or loaned? Is he on loan?
Loaned him.
Or on second?
He loaned him
Or
because he still belongs to Fayoshe. So possibly he is there on industrial or political espionage to find more about Nyesom Wike that they would use in the future against him.
And if what has been stated that he actually accessed the private classified record of a voter in the portal or server of INEC, then INEC chairman, for crying out loud, should simply resign. He should resign from office because the buck stops at his table, so he should take responsibility and resign. Which kind of investigation does INEC want to conduct? Is it the type of one that INEC conducted by themselves and exonerated up to only them? They were a judge, prosecutor, defense attorney in their own case. They conducted internal investigation concerning what Amotikpon said about Bola Ahmed's victory in the 2023 election, and they exonerated it. Is that the same kind of investigation they want to conduct again? We already know the outcome if they want to do that. So please, all these are just giving citizens reason not to participate, not to bother to participate in the 2027 election.
Okay.
It will lead to, we have seen voter apathy on the offing based on these kinds of, is it crude irregularity or crude criminality? It's criminality. Assessing INS classified record in a server is a criminal offense. I'm sure you know that. Are you aware?
Very well, by you, sir.
Good. So if that is the case, as it is now being said to be the case, then the INEC chairman, despite his constitutionally guaranteed tenure, based on the doctrine of integrity, based on the phenomenon of self-respect, based on the concept of a dignity, should kindly please resign as INEC chairman from the office of the Independent National Electoral Commission immediately. Okay. Without any further ado. This is the public opinion. This is the opinion. This is the verdict of the courts of public opinion, and I'm extremely privileged to echo it.
All right.
To his hearing.
Okay. So what should INEC do to protect voter information in future?
What INEC must do is to carry out immediate. I've advised the INEC chairman to resign, to carry out an immediate reform within the top brass, top management personnel of INEC. It must, some other ones, include, in addition to our multiple, we need to resign, and there must be immediate rejigging of all departments of INEC, including the IT department. It should be rejigged and put people of integrity. You know, one of the things that before fair Nigerians in 2023 election is that, was it a day or two before the election, the head of the ICT unit of INEC was changed. Up till now, no investigation, no report given to the electorate why that happened. And of course, that event is directly correlated to the election glitch we had hours later. Hours later, there was election glitch. So let's stop portraying Nigeria as a place or a banana republic, a place where anything happens, nobody is held accountable, nobody can be held to account, any person can do anything and go scot-free. Let's stop that now at this place and with all we have suffered, even for nothing, in the past 11 years, in the past 3 years, let's do things properly now, like civilized people, like people who are eager to also gain entry into the 21st century, into the realms of civilized and developed international communities. Let's act differently. Must we do all this naive, native, very primitive medieval behavior all the time and be defined as such in all our ways and our considerations? Must we? We must depart from this. Enough is enough. Too much this shenanigans cannot and should not continue. It surely must now come to an end. So let's see, if we want a dignifying 2027 election, then the present administrative hierarchy of Inec must be immediately rejigged. Even before Ekiti election, before Osun State election, we want to see rejigging. We want to see people of who their word stands for something, who can say independently that this election will be free and fair. This election will not be hijacked. This election will work according to the books, according to electoral law of 2026, and will give Nigerians joy and confidence that they have chosen the people, the leaders that they desire to choose. We want to see. Funny enough, we are not seeing any of all these kinds of commitments from INEC or the chairman. We are not seeing. We are not seeing sensitization. We are not seeing persuasion on Nigerians. Go and register. Go and get your PVC. Vote. Election will be credible. This kind of assurances. Why is it that this time we are not getting it? All INEC is interested is to shut out those who lost out in APC primaries not to be able to defect to other parties. That's all INEC has been doing. That's all INEC has made its primary mandate, to ensure that participants and aspirants who lost out in the various APC primaries are unable to make their way safely to other political parties. This has been the preoccupation of INEC, which is not his mandate, which is not his concern, which is not his business. But that's what they have preoccupied themselves with. They have refused to preoccupy themselves with assuring Nigerians that the 2027 election processes and procedures will be transparent and it is the right leaders that will be declared. They have refused to assure Nigerians that in places where there are rigging, such results will be cancelled and will not find their way into the legitimate votes of candidates. They have refused to assure Nigerians that the electronic voting processes will work and there will be timely, immediate transmission of the results filled into the result sheet to the INEC portal timeously in all polling centers. In all polling centers, they have refused to assure Nigerians. They have refused to assure Nigerians that there will be no election glitches, several or portal glitches in the next election. They will do everything possible not for their systems not to be hacked and for them not to be election glitches. They have refused to assure Nigerians that any of their staff and officers who are found wanting in any way or manner to tamper or compromise the procedures of the elections will be dealt with the full weight of the law. They have refused to assure Nigerians. That we just assure Nigerians that as the co-chairman of the Election Security Committee, we will ensure that all security personnel that will be deployed for election duty do their work as prescribed by their guidelines, and they have a strategy involved to sanction erring officers so that the election results and the outcome of the election will not be compromised. They have also received sanction Nigeria. They have also received. So what is INEC? The concern, what is INEC actually doing? That's the point. And if they are not doing these things I've laid out, which they should be doing at this material point in time, then what are they doing? What are they really doing? And so,
yes, I actually wanted to, or I concur with you, totally on what you have said, because it seems to lots of observers and Nigerians are participating that INEC is every day devaluing the standard that it was created with. If we take a look at from 1999 up until today, INEC has gone down the slippery slope. The perception has gone down for INEC. Its responsibility has been cut short. It's becoming partisan rather than sitting on the fence on lots of issues, and that's actually quite sad. And to make matters worse, every INEC chairman we seem to have, it's more like a worse form of the one that was there before, and it's quite sad. But that is the reality. Would Nigerians come out en masse to participate in 2027 general election? That is still a very big question, a very rhetoric big question that needs a serious answers to. We are here to let you know how this will play out, and we sincerely hope that Nigeria's democracy would survive. Thank you so very much, Barrister. We truly do appreciate your time.
Thank you, Barrister.
And I'm extremely grateful. Thank you for having me, and thank you for being in the forefront in promoting the enthronement of free, fair, and credible elections, most especially for the Ekiti State election, for the Osun State election, and for the general elections of 2027.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so very much. And just like you did say, Ekiti and Osun still remains a litmus test for INEC to really know if Joash Amopiton SAN is credible enough to ensure that election is credible in those places. FCT is a litmus test, but Joash Amopiton sadly failed to make that possible. Let's see if he can redeem that with Osun and Ekiti. Thank you so very much, Barrister, once more for your time. And that's our pack for today. Please do well to be part of it. Join the conversation if you may. You can visit us at Enterprise TV7 to drop your comments and let us know what you think about this Lere Olayinka's case versus Emeka Ike. Do you think Lere Olayinka is playing more than what he is sent to do? Or do you think the whistleblowing that he has done is good enough for election and electioneering in Nigeria? So drop your comments and we'll be there to see them. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I'm Kehinde Bodun.
Have yourself a splendid day, and we'll see you on another episode.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.